Hi, I'm Yannick Hanfman.
I'm Ilya Marchenko.
I'm Dennis Kudla.
This is Sebastian Olfner.
It's Mark Andrea Whistler.
I am Francisco Cerundolo.
And you're listening to the Gametolove Podcast.
Hopefully you enjoy it.
Hopefully.
The epic final, Novak Djokovic, Carlos Alcaraz. We saw it in Wimbledon and we're going to get it at the US Open. He's going to be able to handle a situation in a Grand Slam final against Djokovic because he's beaten him in one. I'm going for Carlos Alcaraz.
The main man, the number 24, Novak Djokovic. US Open time, baby! Let's go! Goff could be our US Open champion.
3-set final in which Iga wins. Near on near impossible that Djokovic doesn't make the final.
Novak Djokovic claiming his 24th Grand Slam title. On the women's side, going past bingo.
No surprise here. I think that Novak Djokovic will win this year's US Open, and Coco Gauff is going to be the American that wins it on the women's side.
That Novak Djokovic will win this Grand Slam, beating Alcaraz in the final. I believe that Sabalenka is going to ace up this Grand Slam.
Sabalenka and Djokovic taking it.
Novak Djokovic will have as many Grand Slams as there are hours in the day. Ons Jabeur is going to do it. I really believe. I think Ons has learned from her mistakes.
Novak Djokovic is going to win the US Open.
Aryna Sabalenka is winning her second Grand Slam. Carlos Alcaraz is going back-to-back. He's going to defend his US Open title.
Coco Gauff on home soil is taking home the cake. Gauff will win.
Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to the U.S. Open. It's finally upon us, and the world number 2, Novak Djokovic, is on Arthur Ashe right now against Alexandre MULLER of France, the 26-year-old, 10 years junior of Novak. Now, I am having an issue. I'm not able to watch the match as I normally do, so I'm not sure if there's a delay. Yes, unfortunately, I'm on a video delay. I'm watching from like my normal TV instead of Bet365. They have geo-blocked me. So, anyways, we got MULLER first up serving. This is the marquee matchup on the first day one, I should say. of the U.S. Open. I want to thank each and every one of you for joining me on the GTL channel. My name is Covey. I'm chilling here in Vancouver, BC, Canada, where it's 8:06 p.m. Over in New York City, 11:06 p.m. Hit like on the video. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. And we're into it here, folks. It is Mueller up 30-15. So far looking pretty nerveless, which is a good sign if you're going to face Novak. However, and we'll get into the comments here in a second. But yeah, good start for the Frenchman. He's up 30-15. However, yeah, I'm going to be behind, folks. This might be a little annoying, but please do bear with me. See who's in the house. We got Rom. What's going on? Hello. How are you, buddy? We got Gene. Hello, Covey, and everyone. Woke up for this. LOL. 5 a.m. over here. Wow. Yeah, we really appreciate you getting up here for us, Gene. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. 5 a.m. You are a trooper, but I know how much of a Nole fan you are. We got my friend here saying, geez, Runa out. Really hard to see anyone giving Nole a problem till the final. I completely agree. I don't see anyone giving Novak too much of an issue. I actually think Novak is going to run to the final without dropping a set. That's my prediction. Let's see if it happens. But here we go. Novak looking to get an early break. As I mentioned, Mueller looked pretty nerveless, fearless, but still facing one of the best returners the game has ever seen, and now he's down a break point. Who else we got? We got Boris in the house saying Idemo. It looks like we got a fan of Novak. We got Ramon, Vamos Djokovic, SOS on Grande Corazon. We got Dule Todorov. Welcome, friend. Nole, another one from Kovilkia. Very cool name. Simovic. So we got some... we got Musetti, Felix out too. Yeah, upset city. Felix having a terrible time. Yeah, very, very bad time. Musetti out early. Merle saying now we're on my turf. Go Nole, says Merle. Okay. Well, the first break point opportunity went to Nole, but he did not convert. So Mueller, the right-hander from France, playing all right here in the first game. I think he's going to be in tough, if you're asking me. Oopsie. I got to put the screen on a little brighter. This is a bummer. So normally I use Bet365. Bet365 is not cooperating. It's not letting Canadians watch. So I'm not sure how I'm going to have to do this for the rest of the tournament. Another advantage for Nole. Break point number 2 already in this match in just the very first game. So, yeah, Nole's got his eye on the ball. Of course, the last match he played was the title victory in Cincinnati against Carlos Alcaraz. Epic 3-setter to win his this is his 3rd Cincinnati Masters. I don't know. He's won so many Masters. It's crazy. He's won one Monte Carlo, and thank you, Gary, for sharing this info. He's one Monte Carlo victory away from winning every Masters tournament at least 3 times, which is just absolutely crazy. Of course, he's already won all majors. Is it 3 times now? Yeah, 3 times. With the French Open, it was his 3rd one, and that made it 3. So 39th Masters, thank you. 3rd Cincy, there you go. I knew Gene would have it. Gene knows everything there is to know about Nole, and he says incredible. All right, folks. So Nole with the first break of the match, and the world number 2. By the way, if Nole wins this match, he will be the world number 1, no matter what happens at the end of the tournament. Alcaraz, of course, is defending 2,000 points, so he cannot get any more points than he already has. So Nole just needs to win this match, and at the end of the tournament, he will be number 1 no matter what happens. So if you're a fan of Nole, congratulations in advance. We got Billie Jean King in the house. All right, so Broken by Nole. Joker with the break, says Dave. Vegas Dave saying Joko is the GOAT. The argument is done, has been for a while. Yes, statistically, there's absolutely no way you can say he's not the GOAT. I understand when people stylistically don't agree with that. They might say, I think Roger's smoother. I think, this person does that better. And everyone's entitled to their opinions. But if we're talking specifically numbers, 100% Nole is the guy. Alex BG1 saying, hello, will Djokovic feel out the surface by taking this to 5 sets? I don't think Nole is going to drop a single set to the final. I don't think he has any competition whatsoever, especially now that Rune is gone. I really cannot see anyone, unless he just happens to have a bad day and maybe lose a set or two, but I just don't see him losing. How does Nole do this? He is playing this like this at the age of 36. Unreal, incredible athlete for sure. Alex, no way, says Gene. He doesn't think it's going to go 5 sets. He doesn't want to play a late night thriller. No, he doesn't. And he is up 30 to love, so he's doing actually it's 40 love now. So again, folks, apologies, but I am behind a little bit here. My feed, not the same feed that I normally use, which is not making me happy. I wonder if there's another way to get this. But yeah, good start here. Nole up a break, looking to consolidate with a game to love. And folks, let me get your predictions. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do it after this game. After this game, I'm going to get your predictions. You're going to get my predictions of what's going to happen in this one. And there it is, folks. Not only did Nole break, he consolidated to love. Okay, folks, need your predictions. Let me know who you think is going to win this one, how many sets. You can give me the exact score or just in how many sets, and I will give you mine right after this. We got Gene saying Rune has all sorts of physical problems right now. He needs to sort out his body. Otherwise, he is not going to have big results anymore. I mean, I think, yeah, he was running in some injury troubles, I think a couple months ago. And I think they're lingering. I was not expecting him to go. I think he'd have to go to the quarters to meet, or was it semis? I don't know, to beat Nole. But I wasn't expecting him to even get that far. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. I think it's going to be Novak pretty easily. I'm thinking straight sets victory. I don't think I don't think he's going to need more than 6 games in any one set. So I don't think it's going to go 7-5 or to a tiebreak in any set. I think Nole is dialed in. He's had a full week to rest after that epic victory over Alcaraz in Cincinnati. I'm sure he's used to the conditions, and it's probably good for him that they're playing in the evening where it's not as warm. The commentators were saying earlier that the conditions are perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and say Nole is going to cruise through. I'm going to say 3, let's say 3, 2, and 4. And let's see. We've got Merle saying on ESPN still 30 love. LOL. Nole in 3 saying love, 1 and love. Wow, double bagel. Out of 3 and a breadstick in there in the middle there. We got Vegas Dave saying 1, 3, and 3. Nole 2, 3, and 2, says Gene. So everyone, the Serbian fans are so confident with this one they didn't even show up. Yeah, probably. I also would agree that yeah, this I think it's going to be a cakewalk. 10 minutes in. Nole looking to take a 2-break lead now. He's got a double break lead here already in game number 3. He's already won the first 2 games. Mueller, poor guy, just trying to get 1 game up here before it starts to look embarrassing. But honestly, it's not really embarrassing if you lose to Novak in a Grand Slam badly, because he knows how to get dialed in right from the get-go. He's actually the only of the big 3 who has not won a Grand Slam without dropping a set, but he also has more Grand Slams than anyone else. So I'm pretty sure if I was him, I would trade those stats for sure. I would keep the more Grand Slams Nole likes the night sessions for some reason. Maybe that's why they call him the Wolf. I think it's also because it's cooler. You know, I don't think he does well in the heat. In the Cincinnati final, in the first set, it looked like he was going to retire almost. It was so crazy. So I think, you know, he played all 7 of his matches in Australia in the evening. So I think they have some pull and, you know, and he prefers that. So I think for sure, as a 36-year-old, it behooves him to play in the cooler conditions. Novak with a second break already. He's up 3-0. A real quick start for the world number 2, who, like I said, will be the world number 1, no matter what happens at the end of this tournament, if he wins this one match tonight. All right, we'll get into some scores after this. Alex saying, I was wondering whether Kostyuk would shake hands with Rybakina, who is 100% Russian, and she did. Love is restored. Yeah, but she represents Kazakhstan, so I don't think she would have shook hands if Rybakina was still representing Russia. That's my guess, because Kostyuk has been pretty consistent with that. But yeah, I think they will put him in the day session at some point before the final. Yeah, probably. Although, yeah, we'll see. Honestly, I don't really mind, but you know, I'm lucky. My time zone is 3 hours behind New York, so this night match is starting at 11 p.m. in New York. It's only 8 p.m. for me when it started, so I'm lucky. However, I'm unlucky when it comes to Australia, France, and Wimbledon. Because I get middle of the night duties for those. Good evening, Covey. How are you? Idemo says, Adil, I'm doing great, buddy. Very, very well. Bummed that Nole and Alcaraz are not coming to Vancouver for the Laver Cup, so I don't think I'm going to spend $1,000 for 3 days of tickets. No offense to the other guys, but I really, really wanted to watch Nole and Alcaraz, so a little bummed about that. But other than that, I'm doing well. Great day of tennis. We got evening Adil, says Gene. By the way, speaking of great day of tennis, give you a quick update on some results. There's been so many. Shelton is through against Kashin. Offner is through over Borges. Marajan over Gasquet. Cerundolo, Juan Manuel, took out Ivashka in a 5-set frenzy. Manarino also makes it through. Zhang Zhizhen makes it through. Dominic Thiem is through. Davidovich Fekina is through. Carbayas Baena took out Holger Rune in a big upset. Casper Ruud is through. Tiafoe is through in straights. We had Mensik is through. Jere, Hijikata, Fukovic, upsetting Sebastian Corda. We had Francisco Cerundolo. So both Cerundolo brothers make it through. We have Varillas makes it through. And then, of course, Droguet of France takes out Musetti. We'll get to some more here in a second. But right now, Nole up 40-love, looking for another game to love. And he will get it as the serve goes long there. Actually, no, sorry, I'm 1 point behind. Now it's 40-love on my screen. I'm behind. There is no game to love, as Muller does take that point there at love 40. So Alexandre Muller now staying alive, but so far Nole not giving him an inch, a centimeter, a single room to breathe at all. Nole here. Oh, first double fault for Nole, but there you go. Oh, ace for Nole to wrap it up, folks, and he is up a second break. So it's 4-love here for Novak, just on fire, has not given an inch yet to the French. Yeah, nice little come into the net there to end that game as Nole with a forehand volley puts it away as Muller tries to pass him cross court. but that floater was easily cut off by Novak. He is up 4 to love, and he's on his way to a bagel, folks. 8 p.m. here in Vegas. U.S. Open times are perfect. Yeah, we're on the same time zone, buddy. I'm in Vancouver. You're in Vegas. Both pretty cool places to be. Hey, Gene, says Adil, Marjan is an unreal talent. Yeah, he took out Alcaraz in the second round of Rome, surprising him in straight sets. That was Alcaraz's, it was a kind of a big surprise loss there. It was only his second loss of the year before eventually losing in the semifinal of France, of the French Open, to Novak when he had his cramps. So, yeah, Marozsan has been doing pretty well. He made it through to the next round. Yeah, let me mention a couple of other names. I know I started here. I ended at Musetti. We also had Vesely took out Kwakau in 5. Taylor Fritz straight sets victor. Also, Karatsev takes out Lehechka in straights. Tommy Paul takes out Travaglia in 4. Zapata Miralles goes through. Eubanks is through. Mackenzie McDonald upsets Felix Auger-Aliassime. However, I'm not sure how much of an upset it is because Felix has been just brutal of late, folks. And if you want to know how brutal, he has been this brutal. He has 1 win in his last 6 matches, 2 wins in his last 11, and 3 in his last 15. So in Miami he lost in the second round, then loses first round Madrid, loses first round of Rome, wins 1 match in Lyon, and that was I think that was a smaller tournament, and then he withdrew. Then in the French Open, loses in straight sets in the first round, makes it 2 rounds in an exhibition. Oh yeah, the exhibition, that doesn't even count. And then he loses in first round in Wimbledon to another American, Michael Moe, loses to Watanuki in Washington, loses to Purcell in Canada, and then wins 1 match in Cincinnati, and then loses to Manarino, and then has lost again today. So Felix Auger-Aliassime is in some rough shape, folks. Nole now up another double break, so he looks like he's baking up a bagel. Let's see if he can do it, folks. Felix hasn't won 2 matches in a row since Indian Wells. Boom. That's dreadful. Yep, you're absolutely right. Just shows how dangerous the qualifiers are in these slams with Menslik and Droge. Another thing about qualifiers is they are match ready. If you make it through qualies, you won 3 matches, and you're in it. You know what I mean? These guys who are facing these qualifiers, some of them just haven't been playing yesterday or the day before, right? In pretty much full on shape. So that's another advantage qualifiers get. Oh, a nice little rally as Djokovic lobs over Muller. Muller runs back, tries to chase the ball down and hit a forehand, but he hits it into the net. Nole with a 3rd break, and he is up 5 to love. All right, folks, the goal is to get to 100 likes on this video. So far, we got 34, so we're 1/3 of the way there, and it looks like we're almost 1/3 of the way through this match as Nole is up 5 to love. No signs of any struggle yet for the world number 2, soon to be world number 1 if he can keep this up for 2 sets in a game. Here we go. Vegas Dave saying Felix might need to reevaluate his team or consider a sports psychologist. He's clearly shaken in big moments. I'm not sure what is going on with him, but I agree that something is up. I don't know if he needs a full shakeup or if it's just a lull that need to go through, but he'd lost his first 8 ATP finals, and then he finally won 1. And then last year he went on a tear and went to 3 straight finals in the indoor hardcourt swing after the US Open. And I thought, okay, maybe he's working his way back. Has not happened, not whatsoever. So not really sure what's going on with him. But as a Canadian, I'd love to see him. I've seen him play some phenomenal tennis. Played a great match against Djokovic. I think when Djokovic was coming back last year after missing some of the U.S. swing. He also beat Alcaraz after Alcaraz took the world number 1. That was in Davis Cup, I think. So he's got game, but he just hasn't been able to do anything. He's just completely lulling in a huge valley in his career right now. This is what I woke up for. Idemo Goat says, Gene, Ram Bakshi, I have an exam in a couple hours. I'm here to draw some inspiration from the GOAT. How impressive was Steph tonight? Seems like he's ready to finally make a run here at the U.S. Open. I was fully expecting Stefanos Tsitsipas to lose in straight sets to Milos. I honestly was. I know he has a horrible record against Milos. And I just don't know where his head is at these days. He did win a tournament recently, a smaller one, but other than that, he's been just disappointing. But yeah, I guess he looked pretty good. Was it like 3-2 and 4 or something today? By the way, a couple more Nole, 15 all, so just 3 points away from a bagel in the first set, which means, hold on, don't say it unless you have it. Yes, we do have the bagel button in the house. So if Nole can win 3 more points here before Mueller does, we will be playing the bagel button. And if you haven't played it, it's a good button. It's a good button. 35 likes now, so we've gone 1 up. Also, folks, if you haven't done so, subscribe to the channel if you're new and hit that notification bell. That way you can join us whenever we go live. By the way, I hope you guys like my official US Open hat. Yes, it is official. My cousin actually went, well, not me. My cousin went last year and brought it back for me. Nole now up 30-15. 2 points away now from the bagel. And yeah, Nole is just toying with Mueller, bringing him to the net and then passing him with little dink cross-court volleys. Just a beautiful display here. All right, Nole now 40-15. He's got 2 set points on his racket, looking to consolidate and take the bagel. Or I guess give the bagel. Anyways, I'm going to put my hat backwards so you guys can see my eyes, because I think it's tough for you to see my eyes with the bill. And it's an ace. Novak holds to 15, and it's a triple break set, triple consolidation, and Novak up 6-love, and he gets, wait for it. First, we'll do the broken button. To kick off his campaign for a 24th Grand Slam title, Novak Djokovic has begun with a bagel in the first set, and he's handed it to Alexander Mueller. Nole.
Well, yeah. We got a bagel. We got a bagel. We got a bagel.
Yep, you heard it. We got a bagel, folks. We definitely did. And not only did we get a bagel, we got a bagel in 23 minutes. At this pace, Novak is going to be done this match in 1 hour and 9 minutes. Of course, it doesn't always go that linearly. I'm, of course, being a little facetious. But Gene might donate something if Nole gets a bagel. Going to put your money where the bagel is? No pressure, buddy. Nole's racket weighs 377 grams. Yes. There you go, folks. That's why you should always use the metric system. Grams. Better than ounces. Although most people would say they'd rather have an ounce than a gram, but we'll not get into that. Adil saying bagel. Yep, you are right, my brother. From Seatown, Seattle, SeaTac. Holla, holla back. How many people we got in here? We got 42. We have 50 people watching. I want to thank all 50 of you, no matter where you are. I know some of you, it's in the middle of the night. I think some of you, it's the night is beginning. Some of you, it might even be morning. So wherever you may be, my people in India, it's morning time. My people in the UK and South Africa, it's middle of the night for y'all. Thank you for waking up and joining me. And then for the people here in North America, nighttime for you, and wherever you may be, hope you are enjoying this match. Thank you for joining me. Game to love stuff going on here. And we got players are still still in their chairs, waiting, which means I'm going to tell you a couple more scores. I said Laszlo Jerry, I said Fukovic, I said Slundalo, Vesely. Oh, yeah, I ended up Oje Aliassime. So we also had Roman Safiulin takes out Kecinato. We had Bonzi taking out fellow countryman Panton Alice. We had Stricker over Popperin. A lot of people were saying Popperin was poised to make some noise, at least make a couple upsets, but alas, no. Hugo Gaston takes out Shimabukuro of Japan. We had Tsitsipas, a straight sets victory over the missile Milos Raonic. We have Borna Gojo taking out Delien in straight sets. And of course, Novak up 1 bagel set. And we are in game 1 of set numero 2. And Muller, not a bad start, wins the first point of the set, but he loses the second point of the set. See if Novak can continue on forcing this guy to... Oh my heavens! Nole just pulled off. The Obama and his wife, Barack Obama and Michelle Obama are in the house. They're at the front row seats, and they just watched Nole race to a drop shot and hit an overhead lob with the hits a lob while on the run over the head of Muller that lands in. That is not easy to do. Run forward. Anyways, that was a beautiful point there from Nole. And he also is now halfway to another break. 15:30. The Frenchman is just constantly under fire, under serve here. Has no breathing room whatsoever. Nole just stepping on his throat from the very first game and just not letting up whatsoever. Yeah. Nole, unreal ground stroke rally with at least 25 shots there. And Nole just forcing the error out of Muller. Muller's just huffing and puffing. I mean, this is Nole tennis right here. If you want to get into a backcourt battle, you do not want to get into it with Novak Djokovic. There's only a few people who can stand up to him from back there. I'd say one of them is our boy Daniil Medvedev. Of course, the other one's Alcaraz. Some other guys can hit with Nole, but I don't know if they can really stand toe-to-toe with him. Must be very overwhelming to be in Muller's shoes right now. I would agree with you. He is not seeing any daylight. Nole, well, he had a double break here to kick off set number 2, but it is now a single break as Muller saves 1. And look at this, folks. We got a super sticker from Gene. Gene celebrating the bagel. Thank you very much, Gene. Really, really appreciate that, buddy. Very, very kind and generous of you. Celebrating the bagel in... Oh, and here we go. Muller has brought it back to deuce. Here's something for you. I know you're celebrating the bagel, but do you also want me to throw a button for you, buddy? I got a whole... Well, I don't have all of them. I got Haddad Maia, I got Keys, I got Sabalenka, Vondrosova, I got Coco Gauff, Jabeur, Rybakina, Runa, Ostapenko, Rublev, Alcaraz, Peterson, Iga, Nole, and Muller. So if you want any of the buttons that I just mentioned, let me know. But thank you very much for the donation, buddy. Really appreciate it. So Muller brings it back to deuce from being down 15-40, but Nole takes the first advantage. So still chance to break for world number 2. Jabeur button, please. You got it right after this game. Actually, right now, because Nole has broken once again. A big thank you to Gene from South Africa, one of our long-standing regulars, subscribers, and just all-around good guy. This one's for you. Thank you for the donation, buddy.
It's her, it's her, it's her. We're talking about Ons Jabeur, Jabeur. We'll keep talking about Ons Jabeur. Talking
right, so that was for Gene. Thank you for the donation, Gene, and we got him the Ons Jabeur button. So yeah, once again, thanks for that, buddy. We got Rom saying playing against Djokovic is like entering deep waters. Yes, deep, still waters where you're so far deep that you don't know which way is up. Yeah, he is just killing it. TCK in the house. Cheers, Covey and chat. Let's have a great U.S. Open 2023. Always positive, always bringing the sunshine and the smiles. Love it, TCK. Thanks, buddy. Saying thanks, Gene. Hey, compliment. Sheesh, 7 games in a row. What a jam this button is. Yeah, it really is. I really love that button. By the way, I did pick Novak and Ons to win this title, this tournament. I know I picked them both to win Wimbledon. However, I mean, not bad. I made it to the finals with both of them, but I really hope that Ons Jabeur. I think I want Ons Jabeur to win a U.S. Open title more than I want anyone else, man or woman, in that's in this year's edition. I really want her to do it. I hope she does. But anyways, so Nole here, 15 all here after in game number 8. He's won all 7 of the first games that they've played here on center court. First night match on the men's side at Arthur Ashe, and it is Djokovic. Got 9 winners to 0 on the forehand, just the forehand wing. So he ate his Wheaties this morning, folks. Now he's up 30-15 right now. Delicious. As you guys may know, I stopped having sugar, but I got this 0 sugar drink, and it's really good. I haven't had it's pretty much like Sprite, but it's they use sucralose, which is like super duper potent. It's but you don't need as much of it. It's like 200 times stronger than sugar, but it doesn't cause your blood sugar to spike. But it's still not good to have too. I have like one of these in like a month. But anyways, pretty good. Not sure why I'm sharing all that, but that's what I do. It would be sweet after that heartbreaking Wimbledon loss for Nole. Yeah, for sure. Well, I think he's going to win a few more before his career's done. So why not this one? Up to 41 likes, folks. We're 41% of the way to the goal. And we also hit the bagel button. By the way, we also have a 100 like button. So if you didn't know that, and if you want to see what that one is, hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. And another ace for Nole. And he consolidates the break, and he's now 8 games in. Nole has won every single one of them. Consolidation for world number 2. So Gene, now that obviously Nole's already smashed all the records, so I know you're a big Nole fan. Same with Ram Bakshi, TCK. I know you guys are all Nole fans. Are you guys excited anymore that he's going to be world number 1 if he wins this match, or are you just like, been there, done that? We already know he's the record holder. No one's ahead of him. Is that a thing anymore really on your radar? I'm just curious because I know you guys like Die Hard. I'm also a big Nole fan. I personally don't like that. Doesn't excite me so much anymore. For me, it's the majors. It's the majors, and it's just like the matches now. Like I just want to get every ounce of great tennis that we can watch out of this maestro. Good morning. Where is Ben? Still sleeping? Frank Faisal Sanchez. I believe he is. It is around 4 a.m., 4:40 a.m. For Ben. So he is, I'm guessing he is asleep. If he's not asleep, he better start getting to sleep because he probably has some work to do in the morning. But yeah, Ben is not here for this one. Here we go. Mueller now has a 40-love lead. So after losing the first 8 games, will he get on the board? And will he make it a game to love to get on the board? Yes, he will, folks. So after losing 8 straight games, he wins 4 straight points, and Mueller is now officially on the board, folks. Nicely done, Mueller. What button am I looking for here? I was going to hit some button for him. Should I hit a button for him? What button was I going to hit? Oh, yeah, it was the Game to Love button. And you know what, folks? Our magnificent Ben also created a button for Mueller tonight before he went to bed. So, presenting to you for the first time on the GTL channel, the Alexandre Mueller button.
Alexandre Muller. 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 Alexandre Muller. Muller. Muller.
It's kind of catchy. I'm not going to lie. Mueller. Yeah. Good job. Good job, Ben, with another button. Let's see here. We got a friend. Thank you very much for your comment. Unfortunately, I don't know exactly what you're saying, but I do appreciate that you are commenting. We really appreciate your contribution. We got Amit Sharma in the house saying Djokovic saw a Madonna ad on the big screen and he rose to a new level of assassin. There you go. Ben on the beats. Fire emoji says, Adil, you know it. Whenever Ben makes a beat, it is fire. That one had kind of like a sort of like a hip hoppy sort of beat to me, or flair or vibe to it in some way. All right. Oh, geez. They're talking about the Wimbledon final in the fifth game of the third set. Novak and Alcaraz had a 26-minute, 33-point game that went to like 11 deuces. Well, this first set in this one had 32 points, and it was 23 minutes. So Nole playing an entire set faster than he played that one service game that he served for what seemed like ever in that final. Cool stat. German techno. You know what? Yeah, maybe. And then there's, of course, the French accent with the Alexandre Muller. All right, Nole. Second serve coming up at 15 love. Still up a break. A set and a break, even though we're only 3 games into it. This is the 4th game of the second set. Mueller putting up a good fight, though. Now he wins his first point on the Nole serve in this game. And he has now won 4 of the last 5 points. Good job for Mueller. You know, even though Novak is spanking him on the scoreboard, Mueller it's not just like 2-shot rallies here. Like Mueller's into the rally. It's just that Nole is so dialed in that he's making Mueller move left to right, front to back. But Mueller's, he's getting a lot of them back. It's just these are pretty long rallies. So props to Mueller, even though he's getting shellacked on the scoreboard, losing 8 of the first 9 games. He's been, I'm not going to say he's been in every rally, but, he's making Nole like hit 7-8 balls in a rally. It's not just like 1-2 point, +1, it's over, +1, it's over type of thing. Although Nole here up 40-15 now. So he's looking to continue cruising, showing us that Mueller hold was maybe a little blip. And it's natural. You win 8 games in a row, you might lose one to love. All right. Here's a stat for you, Covey. Says Gene, the only times has lost the first set of a hard court slam. Oh, I think you mean Nole. The only time Nole has lost the first set of a hard court slam was 2006 Australian Open against Goldstein and 2006 U.S. Open against Donald Young. There you go. Only twice in his entire career, both in the same year. Unbelievable. And then we got Lakshya Joshi with a bunch of emojis. Thank you, Lakshya. Good to have you in the chat, my friend. Nole does, I guess you could call that consolidate. Yeah, it's a consolidation. He's up 3-1, folks. Let's give a button for Nole. He's won 9 out of 10 games. I don't know if it's date night with the wifey and he's late, but Djokovic trying to make quick work of this match here. We're 42 minutes in and Nole up a set and a break and a consolidated break. And just is cruising right now is the guy who, again, if he wins this match, he will be the world number 1 no matter what happens for the rest of the tournament. Because Alcaraz, the most he can get to is the exact same amount of points he had at the beginning of this tournament because he won it last year. So if he wins it again this year, he could only be exactly where he was at the end of the tournament because the 2,000 points from last year would come off. And then say if he won it, he would get 2,000 again. Or if Nole were to say beat Alcaraz in the final, then he would extend it because Nole wasn't here last year. So every point, say if Nole wins this tournament, he'll have 2,000 more points and nothing coming off. The exact opposite scenario of Alcaraz. So, or say, for example, if Nole wins and he beats Alcaraz in the final, Alcaraz would get like 1,200 points. So he'd be minus 800 from what he started with, but Nole would be plus 2,000. And so he'd be on a big margin and would, I think, most likely end the year as number 1, I think. Don't quote me on that, but yeah, if that scenario goes through, I think he'd be in a pretty comfortable lead. And let's not forget, Daniil Medvedev exists as well. If he wins this whole entire tournament, that could turn everything else on its ear. So, but I think most people are expecting an Alcaraz-Djokovic final. Though I'm not so sure. I think Alcaraz, he does have some work cut out for him, especially if he faces Sinner. All right, so Djokovic, another halfway to a break, 15-30. Muller is serving. He has only won 1 game out of 10 so far in the match, and he's definitely looks outmatched, although he is hitting the ball well. Who does Nole think he is? Iga Swiatek? There you go. That's funny. Yeah, he's trying to go. Well, Iga did kick off her tournament with a bagel and then a breadstick, so she won 12 of 13 games to win her first match, defending champion, Polish world number 1. Okay, it's now a double break point, and Muller hits a backhand into the net. So he is under it, folks, after winning and holding a game to love. He gets broken once again. There it is, Nole up 4-1. This is an onslaught, folks. All right, got to hit the button for Joker Nole. Okay, so 6 games Muller has served. 5 of them he has been broken by Nole. Gene saying the commentators are so impressed by his level so far. He is killing it. He is just seeing the ball well. He is his ground stroke game is on. His serve is on. His return is on. Both wings, his forehand, like I said, he earlier had 9 winners to 0 on the forehand wing. dominating every stat there is. Nole up a double break, a set and a double break. So here, folks, on the women's side now, we had a whole bunch of scores for you. Magdalena Freck takes out Navarro. We had Townsend moves through. Bencic moves through. Schmidlova moves through. Azarenka moves through. A very easy win for her. Sakari was upset by Masarova in straight sets. Muhova continues her hot streak. She's into the next round in round 2. Daria Seville. We also have Iga, like I said, only dropping 1 game, winning 6-love, 6-1 against Rebecca Peterson of Sweden. We had Davis over Kovanic. We had Haddad Maya over Sloane Stevens. That was a 3-setter. We had Sorribes Tormo over Angelina Kalinina. Danielle Collins over Linda Fruvirtova. Bernarda Pera over Kudermetova. So her woes continue. Miyazaki of Britain moves on against Betova. We had Rybakina with an easy victory over Marta Kostyuk. We had Wang Jinyu over Volinets. We had Yuvan moving through. We had Lin Zhu moving through. We had Jen Brady moving through. We had Jinyu Wang. Also had Ayla Tomljanovic. She's gone through. We have Mertens gone through. Kalinskaya over Sinyakova. We had Avanesian is through. Ostapenko is through. Mira Andreeva through in 3 sets. Kvitova over Buksha. We had Coco Gauff losing the first set to Sigmund, but then winning the last 2, 3 and 4, I believe it was, or 2 and 3. And then we had Kirstea over Day. We had Magda Linette over Sasnovich, and we had Caroline Wozniacki over Prozorova. And Mueller chases down a lob, a drop shot, then a lob, hits a tweener, which Nole hits a volley off of, chases that volley down, and then hits a passing shot, gets a standing ovation from the crowd. So he may not have won too many games, but he does have a standing ovation. That's pretty impressive. And it's on the Novak serve. And folks, he's taking the next point here too. So it's now love 30. Nole under some pressure on serve for the first time in this match. Wins 1 point back, now 15-30. Great rally there, though. Good job, Mueller. I kind of wish Nole served like this in the Cincy final, but I guess he was playing Carlos, so it doesn't matter that much. Yeah, it's true. I have Saba and Nole winning just like at AO when I picked both to win. Nice. Yeah, I had Saba, but I didn't pick Nole. I picked Fritz, but I'm going to be honest with you. I just didn't want all of our commentators to have the same pick, because I think almost everyone had. So I was like, okay, I'll pick someone else. But yeah, I was really happy to see Sabalenka win for sure. So Nole pulls even after being down love 30 on his service game here. Levels it, but he still has only half the work is done. Still a couple more points if he wants to quickly inch near to the end of the second set. Beautiful ace up the tee. It wasn't an ace. It was Mueller did get his racket on it, but it was just as good as an ace because Mueller didn't even get it close to being back in the court. Yeah, Sabalenka, she might be due. Rybakina has been having some injury issues, but she only dropped 3 games today, so it's a good sign for Rybakina. Rybakina causes trouble for Iga as well, so. Whew. All right, it's a break point opportunity for Mueller at 30-all. Mueller takes the next point, and so now 50 minutes in, 50 minutes in. Oh, he does it, folks. Mueller gets a break back. Novak was 5 for 9. Mueller now 1 for 1 on his break point opportunities, and now Mueller gets 1 back. Love for the Frenchman, folks.
Alexandre Muller. 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 Alexandre Muller. Muller. Muller.
Muller. There's Muller. And it is now 6-love 4-2 for Novak. But it is Muller serving here. Down a break, 2-4. And 15 all here. Frenchman starting to gain a little bit of traction. I wouldn't say anything for Nole to worry about by any means. Oh, looks like Seal is in Novak Djokovic's box. The singer Seal. Remember that song Kiss from a Rose? So there you go. I know Nole had Tom Brady in his box at, was it Wimbledon or something recently? So these guys have star-studded. Well, not these guys. Nole does. Some of the other guys do too as well. And women. Okay. Muller up 30-15 after Novak hits a backhand return into the net. So after playing pretty much perfect tennis for the first 8 games, Nole has now I mean, he's not doing bad. They've split the last 4. So it's not like anything crazy. But things aren't coming as easily. They still are coming pretty easily though. Oh, my heavens, what a forehand ripper. Mueller's just shaking his head like, what do I do? I mean, Nole ripping winners from the middle of the court right into the corner. We know his preciseness is unmatched. And now he's got a break point, folks. Trying to get that break right back, saying to Muller, all right, you get one from me, but I'm taking it right back. Okay. Muller saves the break point. We are at deuce. Good gutsy performance there from the Frenchman. Not letting it roll away from him as the first set did. He had pretty much nothing going for him in the first set there. We're almost halfway to the goal, folks. 46 likes, although there's only 50 people here. So it looks like pretty much every single one of you has given us a like. Thank you guys so much. Really appreciate it. We're almost an hour into the stream, only 54 minutes into the actual match. And Muller saved a break point. Now we're at deuce here. But Nole finds his way to another break point. Second one of the game. He's 5 for 10. He's going to try and go 6 for 11. Mueller's going to hope he stays at 5 for 11. Here we go. And there it is, folks. Nole with the break. He's up 5-2. And after the changeover, we'll serve for the second set. Let's give Nole a butt. Clock has just struck midnight in New York City. It is exactly 12 o'clock and 40 seconds. So they are into the next day. They are into Tuesday, August 29th. But here in Vancouver, where I'm sitting, it's still Monday, August 28th. Sometimes I feel Nole gives away pity games, not to be mean. I don't know if he gave. I don't think he gave him that game. I think Mueller. Well, in one of them he served to Love, which was good. One of them was the break. But I know what you're saying. I just think it's like, how perfect can you be for how long? He was perfect after 8 games. You're bound to lose 1 or 2. But even after he was up 2 Love, he still won 3 of the next 5. So he is cruising, folks. He is cruising. Actually, believe it or not, Nole hasn't won this tournament since I believe it was 2018, 19. It's been a little. It's been a drought for the big 3. Before this year, it was Alcaraz. Before that, it was Medvedev. Before that, it was Thiem. But that was, of course, when Nole was, and then before that, it was No, before that, it was Nadal in 19. So 2018, crazy to think. Goran's face, they're showing him. He's showing something about the toss, trying to communicate with Novak. Kind of odd that they plan so late on weekdays and in the early rounds. Yeah, I think it's becoming a thing where they're like, oh, everyone always talks about these super late night matches, and it's like no publicity is bad publicity. So, all right, Nole serving for the set for the second time in 2 sets. Gene, I call it sandbagging, says Charles Cross. I have mentioned it before. He knows how to sell tickets. I mean, I don't think. I personally, he's not going to go 1,000% every point all the time. But I don't think he gives away. I think he understands, like, hey, if I give a point away or a game away, that could snowball if I'm not careful. So, and also, I don't know how long. I don't think he wants to stay up until 4 in the morning, 2, 3, 4 in the morning. But I do think that there's some. I think mentally he just kind of has a little not a letdown, but a lull, because he knows, like, I'm not going to be redlining from the beginning to the end of the match. Maybe if it was like a 2-set match or something, a best of 3. Charles, no, I didn't mean it like that. I was just joking. It says Gene. All right. Nole up 30-15. 15 rhymes with Gene. And a good volley put away, Nole, 30-15. And it's now 40-15. Double game point, double set point for Nole. Just hitting volleys. He's hitting beautiful ground strokes. He's hitting, he's hitting lobs off of drop shots. He's doing everything, Nole. He's hitting aces up the tee. Killing it. 59 minutes in. Can he take a 2-set to love lead before the clock strikes 1 hour in this match? It's a race against time, folks. 40-30. 1 set point saved by Mueller, but will he be able to save another? Set point. First serve is a let. We had another set point on the way. Another first serve on the way. Let's see. Okay. And there it is. Novak holds game to 30. And it is now a 2 sets to love lead. Exactly 1 hour into this match, Nole has won 12 of 14 games, and he is just 1 set away from a spot in round number 2. Let's give it up for the Joker. Gene asking, do you know who this umpire is, by the way, Covey? I do not. I haven't had a good look at the umpire yet. So Mueller, not a bad year for Arthur Mueller, folks. He's a Frenchman. He's number 84 in the world. But just a couple months ago at Wimbledon, last month at Wimbledon, he got to play on center court against the world number 1. Now he's playing on Arthur Ashe Stadium against the world number 2. And after this match, should Nole end up winning it, which I think we all know he probably will, barring crazy circumstances or injury, he will be world number 1 once again. So not a bad year for Mueller. Yeah, you're losing early rounds into these Grand Slams, but you got to play on center court at Wimbledon. That's something that not many people in this planet ever get to do. And you get to play at Arthur Ashe Stadium at the U.S. Open. So there you go, buddy. Hope you are enjoying what life is giving you, even though it's been a tough one for you here in this one. So Nole now just 6 games away from a spot in round 2. First serve points, Nole 82-48, just destroying. Second serve points, 57 to just 20. So Mueller's just winning 1 out of every 5 second serves. And yeah, second set stats not looking good. We had 21-4 the winners in the match so far. Unforced errors, we have 10 for Mueller, only 8 for Novak, 4 aces to 3 for Nole, and 2 double faults apiece. Mueller will serve for the 3rd straight set. He will serve first. Why can't I watch this match with ESPN Plus? Help. Unfortunately, 24-hour stickers. I'm in Canada, and I don't even have access to ESPN or anything. So I'm not sure how that would that work. We don't show the match here, but I am calling it. So if you don't have eyes and ears on the match, I can be your eyes and ears. But unfortunately, we can't show the actual match, or else we wouldn't be able to stream. 50 likes. We're halfway there, folks. Nole just a few points away. 24 to be exact, if he wants to just clean sweep this next set. But it's Mueller who's starting hot, winning the first 2 points of set number 3. You're very welcome, buddy. You're very welcome. It's on ESPN. It's 24-hour stickers. My friend Adil says it's on ESPN. So maybe you don't need ESPN Plus right now. You could just go onto your TV if that's an option for you. And a great start here for the Frenchman. Nole goes long on a backhand, and now it's 40 love for Mueller. So looking to not get broken to start the set, as has happened in the first 2 sets. So hold on. Is Tommy Paul? I wonder, does Tommy Paul have a chance to meet Nole on the way? I think he might. Wonder if he has a chance. I just heard someone say Tommy Paul. Let me take a look here. Tournaments. U.S. Open draws. Men's singles. Here we go. So Tommy Paul is not in the same quarter, but he's in the same half, which means could potentially meet Nole in the semifinals. Ooh, I hope Tsitsipas faces Eubanks again. I don't want to see a rematch of Wimbledon there. What other good matchups we have potentially coming up? And hey, how about New York, huh? Every match has gone through without a hitch. I know Wimbledon, the first week of Wimbledon was just craziness. There was so many backlogs and, missed, players had to wait 2-3 days between matches. It was crazy. And some had to wait all day long, wondering if they were going to play. By the way, Mueller holds, folks, so he is up 1 love. Nole now will serve for the first time in set number 3, and he has won the first point on his serve. 15 love for Nole. Hail the GOAT. Says A, B, C, D. Covey, if Djokovic, Alcaraz, and Medvedev all pull out with injuries, who do you think could take the trophy? Good question. I think Sinner has a shot. I think in that specific case, Casper Ruud would have a shot. I think maybe Andrei Rublev would have a shot. Let me look, see who else I think might have a shot. Maybe Fritz, Tiafoe, Hurkacz, and I think the last person I might put on that list is Khachanov, because Khachanov has had some really good results in slams of late. So that's my list. I do not. Yeah, some other guys who some people might think can, but I don't. Tommy, did I say Tommy Paul? Yeah. Good question, though. I like that question. I honestly don't think Medvedev has that good of a shot, but I think Medvedev is the best. He has the best chance out of anyone not named Alcaraz and Djokovic. So obviously it's Alcaraz, Djokovic are up here, Medvedev is here, and then it's just everyone else. And I think Medvedev was on the same half as Djokovic, and I'm glad he's not, because let's say the semifinal was Djokovic and Medvedev won. I honestly don't, and Alcaraz was in the final on the other side. I don't think Alcaraz would have any trouble with Medvedev, meaning I think the final would be kind of routine. You never know. That's just how I see it. But I'm for that reason, I'm glad that Medvedev is on Alcaraz's side, because I definitely want to see Alcaraz Djokovic. That's the dream, because every time they play, they just bring magic. Nole holds. We're at one game apiece here in the third set. So it looks like this set might be a little bit more contentious than the first two. Already Mueller has 15-love lead here in game number 3. So he's already jumping out to good leads. Before he was just getting crushed, getting broken right away. Really nice +1 there from Mueller. You know, he's up 30-love. 60 people in. Thank you all for joining us. We have 51 likes. Trying to get to 100, although now we're getting close to maybe the end, depending on what happens here. But Mueller now with a 40-love lead after Nole goes into the net with a forehand. He's sandbagging, says to Charles. All right, here's Mueller. Great serve. And it's another game to love. So Mueller's up 2-1. Not too shabby, buddy. Not too shabby.
Alexandre Müller. 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 Alexandre Müller. Müller.
Alex saying Djokovic on one leg can probably still win the title. That might be tough. Might need a second leg, but that is an interesting button. Yeah. It's not bad. They're all catchy in some way. So Djokovic, excusez-moi, Djokovic down 1-2, but on serve here in the third set. Of course, he's up 2-0. cruising through the first 2 sets, winning 6-love, 6-2. Trying to make a quick night here. 1 hour and 11 minutes into this one, and he's already just 5 games away from a spot in round 2. Let's see. And hey, look in the description box below this video here, folks. And there's a whole bunch of things you could do. You could subscribe to GTL. You could join the YouTube membership, support the channel with Patreon. You can join the Bracket League. There's also Discord if you want to chat with fellow GTL fam when we're not online. We got merch. We got Twitch. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter. Like us on Facebook. Follow the subreddit. Do it all, folks. So many ways you can support the channel, and we really appreciate everyone who does support the channel and watches tennis with us. Here we go. So Nole now serving on serve 1-2 here in the 3rd set. He's up 15-love. Yeah, Nole looking solid. Very, very sharp. 30-love here now. Another beauty serve up the tee. Gives him a Nole a free easy point. Loving the outfit from Nole. He's wearing blue and light blue. We also have... What do we have? I thought I saw something here. Nope, maybe not. Okay, it is 40-love here for Nole, looking for a game to love, but he will not get it. Mueller gets 1 point and halts Nole from a game to love. Still a couple game points, though, for Novak. First serve at 40-15 is a fault. Here comes the second serve. Okay, Mueller stops a second game point. Now 40-30 for a Joker Nole. All right. Can Nole put this game away? This delay is really bothering me because I cannot see what's going on at this point. And it must be a long point because the score is not updating. And it's Mueller who saves 3 game points on the Nole serve. And is he threatening to take a break lead here? Let's find out. It's deuce. Finally, for the very first time in this entire match, Nole feeling a tiny bit of pressure. Kathy, hello. Okay, I did not get a notification. Hey, Kathy, sorry, I'm using my camera or my phone to stream this. And I know I messaged you saying that I was going to be doing the stream. But I didn't get to check my messages since then. So apologies. Saying hi to Jean is Kathy. Kathy's one of our regulars, one of our all-stars. And Djokovic now with another game point, 4th one of the game. He was up 40-love, but Mueller found his way to deuce. It's a pretty late one for you, Kathy. Is it 12:20? Or sorry, 12:20 over there in Florida. Kathy. Jean saying hi to Kathy. And Nole does hold in the end, folks. It is 2-2. We are level in the third set. Frenchman not going away easily. Kathy, YouTube algorithms just assume Joker will get to at least the semis, hence no notifications. Yeah, like I said at the beginning, I do not think Nole is going to drop a set until the final. Yeah, that's a bold prediction, but I made it. So there you have it, folks. Mueller now serving. No changeover, so 2-all. And Mueller, for the third time in this set, starts off his service game by winning the first point. Very good. Ease a little bit of pressure. In the first 2 sets, he did not win too many of the first points on his serve, and he was broke in 5 of the first 6 service games. Now he's up 30-love. So the Frenchman has come awake a little bit compared to the first 2 sets where he got creamed 6-2. Sorry, 6-love, 6-2. Here we go. Ooh, great serve out wide from Mueller. And Nole almost ripped a return back. But alas, it was just wide. Now 40-love. Mueller cruising here. How come my scoreboard's so far behind? Everything, what I'm watching is behind our scoreboard, and our scoreboard is behind this other scoreboard, which shows that Mueller has another hold to love. Way to go. So the Frenchman, not bad, folks. Playing pretty well now. Kathy saying, yep, 12:20, just finished feeding geckos. Hurricane coming. Oh, so I'm preparing. Got my water and my gas for grill and generator in case power goes out. Damn, Kathy, that's crazy. Yugoslav, hello, my friend. Hi to all. Good morning from Belgrade. Here is early morning. Well, your Serbian compatriot is doing very well. He only dropped 2 games in the first 2 sets. However, Mueller has come alive, and we're still on serve. Novak will serve 2-3 after the changeover. LOL, Alex BG. Hurricane Rebakina. Yeah, hi, Yugoslav. Hi, Kathy. Nice. Okay. So, Novak Djokovic will serve at 2-3 in the third set after a quick little changeover. All right, so we've gone over scores. Let's go over some scheduled matches for tomorrow. On Arthur Ashe, on the men's side, we've got Medvedev versus Attila Ballas. We've got Alcaraz in the night match against Dominic Kopfer of Germany. We also have John Isner in his last ever tournament is going to face Facundo Diaz Acosta. We got Sinner is on deck. He'll be facing Hanfmann. We also have Andy Murray in action against Mute. We have Wawrinka, so a couple of U.S. Open champions, former champions. We got Murray, and then also Wawrinka is going to be facing Yoshihito Nishioka. We got Duckworth versus Meligeni Alves of Brazil. We have Wu Yibing against Lajovic. We got Ugo Humbert against Berrettini. Rusevori and Rublev. That'll be a good one. Albert Ramos Vinolas will be in action against Alex Michelson. We've got Lorenzo Sonego against Moreno de Alboron, the American. We got Molchan versus Dimitrov. We got Otto Virtanen against Etcheverry. And Altmaier Lethien, Van de Zandschulp against Jordan Thompson. Schwartzman Rinderknecht. We got Kokkinakis versus Su. Greek Spore Artur Fils, Husler against Hurkacz, Shevchenko versus Cam Norrie, Skatov against Diminor, Hachanov against Michael Moe, Galan versus Dan Evans, Jari versus Luka Van Ash, Baez versus Chorich, Kubler versus Arnaldi. Harris versus Peya. Purcell against O'Connell. Albot versus Jack Draper. Zverev and Vukic. And finally, Taro Daniel against Gael Monfils. Oh, how is that? How cool is this? Elena Svitolina is going to be playing on court 17. And right after that, Gael Monfils will be playing on that very same court. So husband and wife will be playing back-to-back on the same court tomorrow. How about it? All right, Nole up 40-15 here. 1 point away, double game point from leveling at 3 in the third set, putting the pressure square. Yeah, and he does hold to 15. So the pressure goes squarely back onto the shoulders of the Frenchman, who now will serve at 3-all. Alex saying, Yugoslav, you can relax for another 10 days until semifinals. Category 1 right now, but projected to be Category 3 at landfall. Covey, probably at your place around midnight. Yes, it is. Well, no, actually, that's not true. It's 9:27 p.m. So I'm 3 hours behind New York. I'm on the west coast of North America. As is Alexander Lawrence, I believe, from LA. Mueller coming back. We got Gene saying, hey, Yugoslav, hey, Gene. I'm not sure if Mueller's going to come back, but you never know. Folks, if you haven't done so, please hit like on this video. Subscribe as well if you're new to the channel. 56 likes, trying to get to 100. And we also, by the way, have a 100 like button. We also have a bagel button, which we pressed because Nole got a bagel in the first set. Okay, on the Mueller serve, it is Nole winning the first point. So maybe it's time he's thinking, maybe it's time I make my move. And I wouldn't be surprised if he does. Oh, forces the error from Mueller. That's how he got the first point. Mueller came into the net and he had a shoelace volley. A really low one that he couldn't control. Even though the score is lopsided, a lot of long rallies. Mueller has been in a lot of long rallies, making Novak play the game. Novak is playing it very well, however, which is the problem for Mueller. But back to level 15-all after dropping the first point here in game number 7. Hey, Gene. California, probably, Covey. No, I'm in Vancouver, Canada. I'm a Canadian, born and raised here in Vancouver. But California is not beneath me, like it's below me as like in station in life, but it's south of me is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, Mueller's striking the ball well, folks, really, really well. But Nole takes the next points, now 15-30. So Novak halfway to another break. Can he find it here? What other player can wait to make a move? He's playing with his food. LOL. Yeah. Okay. 15-30, second serve. And it is Mueller back to level 30-all. So he is continuing to scrape his way through this third set. Got to give it to the, I was going to say young Frenchman. He's 26. It's not like he's young, but he's not old either. He's not 36 like his opponent. Big point here, 30-all. Can Nole get the break? Point, I should say, not the break just yet. The break point. We got Frank Faisal saying, hey, Covey, you're 14 and a half hours ahead of our time here in Saudi Arabia. I can't be ahead of you. I can be behind you. Because right now here in Vancouver, it's still Monday, August 28th, 9:30 p.m. Or you could say 21:30 is the time. But we're definitely not ahead of you. Vancouver is definitely behind. But yeah, the time difference probably 14 and a half. That means you're probably 2 hours ahead of India, because India, I believe, is 12 and a half hours ahead of where I am right now, which means it'd be 2 hours behind you. Break point for Novak on the Muller serve. And Nole breaks. There it is. He has made his move, and he's now just 2 games away from a spot in the second round. Kathy knows what's up. Behind, not ahead. Yeah, correct. And yeah, Muller hitting the ball pretty well, though. Gotta give him some credit. An hour and a half into the stream, an hour and 27 minutes into the match. Nole, after the changeover, will serve up a break at 4-3. All right. Are you wondering what's going to be going on tomorrow on the women's side? Well, let me tell you, folks. This is what's going to happen. The schedule on the women's side goes like this. We've got Leila Annie Fernandez against Alexandrova. We've got Begu and Korpach. We got Bolter and Perry. Jabeur versus Osario. Kruger versus Boskova. Noskova versus Brengel. Samsonova versus Liu. Rus versus Keys. Garcia versus Wang. Han versus Vondrosova. Jacquemont versus Serenko. We have Tatiana Maria against Petra Martic. We have Trevisan versus Putintseva. Wickmeyer versus Vonareva. Georgie and Pagula. Could be a tough one for Pagula. Hard hitter Georgie. If she can keep the ball inside the lines. Dolhide versus Burrell. Kasatkina versus Parks. Pliskova versus Ruse. Stearns versus Tomova. Svitolina versus Friedsam. Teague versus Marino, the Canadian. Pavlyuchenkova versus Crawley. Towson versus Potapova. Linkova versus Jody Burridge. We've got Bogdan versus Kennan, the former Australian Open champion. Krejcikova, the former French Open champion, versus Lucia Bronzetti. And then you got Montgomery versus Eva Lise. We got Strajkova versus Kanepi. We got Vickery versus Vekic, the all-V matchup. We got Zhang Xinwen versus Podoroska. We have Badosa versus... No, we don't have Badosa. We have Venus Williams versus Minin. Of course, Badosa pulled out. And we have Zanevska versus Sabalenka. Also, we were supposed to have Andreescu versus Serenko, but I mentioned Serenko actually. Andreescu has pulled out, so Serenko is facing Jacquemont. All right, Nole, 2 games away from the first match here and from solidifying the world #1 ranking. Because again, no matter what happens, if Nole wins this match, no matter what happens at the end of the tournament, Nole will be world #1. So he's now currently just 7 points away from being the world #1 and having a spot in the second round. It is 15 love and looking to consolidate his break, which he just got for the first time in the last game after cruising through the first 2 sets. We got Alex BG. Where are you from? I believe from Bulgaria. We have Sun Liang. Cheers, Cubby. Hello, Sun. How you doing? U.S. Open already gifting us some upsets. Yeah, some big ones too. Coco Gauff was under some pressure, but now that she got the first set jitters out and won those last 2 sets, I think she might be someone to watch out for. Nole now up 30-15. Now 6 points away. Very, very quick match so far. Only 1 hour and 31 minutes. 91 minutes have passed, and Nole is up. He's up 2 sets and a break. Double fault, however, at 30-15. And so not over just yet. Still 2 points away. Still has the advantage of the serve. So he's in good shape, but to want to be careful here. Just broke Mueller in the last game. Don't want to get broken right back. That could give the young Frenchman a little bit of juice heading into the next game. Thanks, Kathy, says Frank Faisal Sanchez. And Nole, game point now, 40-30. Goran Ivanisevic looking angry with his arms crossed as usual. Former Wimbledon champion. I believe it was 96, I want to say. Monster of a serve. Goran had one of the best serves of his generation and arguably up there in the best serves of all time. Might not be the best, but. And Novak holds, folks. Game to 30, and it's now 5-3 for Nole. He is 1 game away from a very routine first round victory against the Frenchman. Coco will make noise for sure, says Charles. I think so too. I think she could take out Iga maybe again. She had a wonderful performance in that semi against Iga in Cincinnati. Did I call that match? Yeah, that was the match where I called until the very last game, and then Ben took over and finished the call from his car because I had to take my dog to the vet. I had a vet appointment, and they charge you if you're late or if you cancel or whatever. Nole takes... Mueller, I should say, takes the first 2 points here. So he's serving to stay in this tournament in New York. And he has won the first 2 points on his serve. So not going away easily is the Frenchman. Did I hit the break button, by the way? I got it. In case I didn't, I'll do it. All right, 30-15. So Nole has broken onto the scoreboard in game number 9 here. But Mueller still in control, up 30-15. Okay, 30-all now. So Nole just 2 points away. Can he do it, folks? Got to get my match point button ready. I wonder if Mueller's feeling the pressure, if he's free. Looks like he's hitting the ball freely, but when you're 2 points away from being in a tournament, things change all of a sudden. And there it is, folks. It's match point as Nole has the first match point of this one.
Match point.
Okay. Nole looking to wrap it up in under 95 minutes if possible. Mueller serving to stay in it. He's down 30-40. It's match point against. First serve is a fault. Ooh, the tension's rising. Second serve. Don't want to miss this. And it is a double fault. You had the feeling it was going to happen. Double fault, folks. And Novak Djokovic takes it. 6-love, 6-2, 6-3. Very routine victory. Nole was on fire from the very get-go. He came out on his toes. Mueller wasn't necessarily on his heels, but when Novak is on his toes, doesn't really matter what Mueller wants to do. So there it is, folks. Novak Djokovic with a very easy victory to take it in the first round of the U.S. Open 2023. Hasn't won this tournament since 2018. And with the victory, Nole is now, no matter what happens at the end of the tournament, Nole will be the world #1 player once again. Let's give it up for our victor, the new gonna be world #1, Novak Djokovic. right. So Gene was saying, and he's right, 1 game away from being world new number 1. There you go. Let's go. It's about time. Well done, Covey. To Nole, and cheers to you, Covey, for the stream. See you all next round. Good night. Take care. Adil, thanks for joining, buddy. Good to have you in the chat, brother. Cheers, Adil. See ya. Haha, double fault. Idemo Nole. Bye all. Take care, Yugoslav. All right, folks, that's going to do it for me. It's 9:40. I'm going to have a little bit of a late night snack. I just want to say thank you to everyone for joining me. Also, Charles Cross saying thank you, Covey. Peace. Thank you, buddy. I'm looking forward to Coco making some noise, and thank you for joining me, Charles. Hopefully, I'll be seeing you on some more streams here as the U.S. Open continues. Folks, I'm going to wrap it up early and quick tonight, just like Nole did. Only about 95 minutes it took him. He is through to round number 2. I want to thank each and every one of you for joining me, and I will see you all later as the U.S. Open for the next 2 weeks. Keep it locked to GTL. We've got it all for you. Also, hit like on this video, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and of course, hit that notification bell. From Vancouver, BC, my name is Covey, saying peace.